Hey guys, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video. The summer update is finally here. We're going to talk about how you can get the best value out of it and the low-key best thing about this update. And believe it or not, we can thank this guy for all the bikinis, and we get a great meta joke from Anise and Neon about showing skin and defense. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into it. So real quick, the first thing I want to point out here is that you're missing a lot of the lobby if you're not playing in horizontal mode. Like, normally it doesn't make that big of a difference, but you just get way more great visuals if you're playing in horizontal, so do yourself a favor and don't miss out on that. Okay, so one thing I want to draw your attention to really quick is in the notices, it talks about skill adjustments, okay? Now these are some really subtle changes, but just note that some of the things about skills did change a little bit, so feel free to check that out. I don't really think it's worth making a whole video on, but just note that there were some things that happened with that. Let's also take a look at the cash shop. And there's a few things to note in here. So you have this step up package, which is pretty good value. We saw this once before. It's very expensive though. So you get the first step for free, which is great. You're gonna get a few gems and some high quality mold fragments just for nothing. And then the other steps aren't really that valuable until you get to the last step, which gives you a lot of resources. So, I mean, I think if you are a whale, this is something that is potentially worth it, but it's very expensive, so I wouldn't stress out about it. And I probably wouldn't buy any of it unless you can go all the way to step 5. You also have the Blue Water Island enhancement packs here, or whatever they're called. And this is very standard fare for all the events that we've seen. You know, each event comes with these new packs. Again, this is very much whale territory, but there is some pretty good value, like in the one, I think it's this one, where you get a bunch of skill up manuals. So that's a bottleneck that we see a lot, so that could potentially be worth it, again, if you are a whale. Speaking of skill up manuals, we have something that we have never seen before, this 30-day upgrade supply. So I've said this many times, I always buy this 30-day supply of gems. It's fantastic value, and it is a big step up from just being straight free to play. It only costs $5. But now you have this 30-day upgrade supply, which gives you a lot of charge gems, which is something pretty unique. I don't think you can get this many charge gems for this price anywhere else, so that's pretty good value there already. You can potentially pull on the paid banner if that's a thing that you want to do. I made a video back on that a while ago if you want to see if that's really worth doing. But the very unique thing about this is that every day, instead of getting gems, you're going to get a box where you can pick one of these. So quick thing to note is you don't get all of these. That would be amazing value. You only get to pick one, but I still think this is actually pretty good value. You probably always want to be choosing these skill up manuals, because this is a big bottleneck, and you can definitely get stuck on the higher levels of trying to get your burst or regular skills up. So I think if you are a light spender, this is probably worth it. Now note that none of this is stuff that you can't get just by like being patient and farming. But if you are someone that wants to put a little bit of money in, this can really help accelerate your skill ups. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Summer Mary. I did a whole video on her skill analysis, of course, but she is our new banner unit. She looks fantastic. Look at that burst animation. Pretty cool unit. I'm going to be pulling on her. I'll be pulling later on stream tonight, so check out for that. Link to my Twitch. If you're a Twitch viewer, I'll also be streaming here on YouTube. So we'll be doing live polls for her, as well as some viewer polls. If you want to be on viewer polls as well, hit me up on Discord. Link to my Discord below. Okay, what's next? Probably the low-key best thing about this update is that we now can put Rosanna and the 2 bunnies on the wish list. So Rosanna's, you know, kind of whatever, but the 2 bunnies are huge. Being able to put Blanc and Noir is great. So I've been saving up a bunch of tickets. My next video is going to be a poll session where I dump 70 tickets into the wish list. I'm really hoping to get them. It's, like I said, one of the most valuable things about this update, just being able to get those units on the wish list. I'm also personally really hoping for Maxwell. Of course, she's been on the wish list for a long time, but don't sleep on that. Don't forget to revise it. Put the bunnies on the wish list. Okay, what's next? Arena. So there has been some changes to Arena, but as time of recording, that hasn't actually happened yet. But remember, we're going to get those seasonal rotations where you're going to actually see new people in Arena. So this is a huge upgrade. It's going to make things more competitive for those that have like really inactive groups, and then probably, you know, a little easier for those that are stuck with some really like mega whales. Okay, you also have the Blue Water Pass. So let's go to the events. Game's gonna take a little while to load here. Oh, actually went into the event store. I didn't mean to, but you have the Blue Water Pass. So this I recommend buying. Again, if you're a light spender, these passes are always great value, but you also get the Pepper skin here, which looks amazing. Link to the short where I show off her in the description below as well. So yeah, I would pick that up. That's how you get the Pepper skin. Okay, so we are here in the story event. Some things to note here, some kind of standard stuff, honestly, but I love this whole resort area. It looks super cool. I like how they do these special like overzone events and like for Christmas events, stuff like this. This is really cool. So you have your, of course, your standard login stamps that you have for every event. I actually haven't collected mine yet, so we'll go ahead and grab that right now. Look at that, some special recruitment vouchers. This is always great value, so don't skip on that every single day. You also have relics, so keep looking around those. Remember, you have the counter for them up in the corner of the map, so make sure you pick those up every day. And then you have the story over here. Of course, we have story 1 right now, and then eventually we'll unlock story 2, and then hard mode, and save on buying your extra runs until hard mode comes out. You also have your missions. Sometimes people miss these. Make sure you claim all these. These are going to be like an extra set of daily missions to do. So grab all your rewards for that every day. And then you have the challenge over here, all the way up at the top of the map. And boy, I didn't realize how long it was going to take to walk over there. But this is, you know, that daily boss challenge. You can save up to 3 runs at a time. We've seen this now for the last several events. This time is Nihilister, and our new summer unit should be very strong against Nihilister, so that's very appropriate, a good way to showcase the strengths of the new units. Now, if we take a look at the shop, oops, the shop, here we go. Let's go, girls, pick up the pace. If we take a look at the shop, this is pretty standard stuff that we see from most of these events, but notice it looks like we have less shells or extra runs to buy. Make sure you always buy these extra runs, but you want to wait until hard mode comes out, and these are going to trickle out. So I'm told by the community team that we are going to get more of these runs, but you just can't buy them all at once. So just keep an eye out for those. But don't worry, we should get more of these runs as time goes on, but just wait to buy them until hard mode because you're going to get better rewards for it. All right, another thing that we haven't seen for a while is the mini game. So we'll go ahead and walk over here into this central area. And this is a mini game that is basically like the Laplace mini game that we saw way back. So if you're a newer player, you wouldn't have seen this. But basically, this is a dice rolling game. You work your way around this board, and you can collect various rewards depending on what bolt lands on here. And you get a funny animation, and this is a great way to collect resources. I know some people didn't really like this in the Laplace event, but I actually think it's pretty cool. I enjoy it. And yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I want to talk about. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you, development team, for giving us another fantastic event. I think this summer event is super cool. And remember, this is going to last for the span of over a month. We're going to go into August on this, and we are expecting, of course, our summer neon. She hasn't come out yet, as well as probably some other kind of secret rewards coming along that haven't been officially announced yet. So keep an eye out for that. It's a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments below what you like most about the summer event and who your favorite summer unit or summer skin is. I'm going to be streaming later tonight. We'll be doing, remember, those viewer polls for Mary. I'm going to be polling myself for Mary as well on stream. Don't forget to subscribe for more Nikke videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.